Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back. I know it's been forever, but I am back with another video for you guys, and it is another foundation review. If you have not heard, Rihanna has dropped a new makeup line. Yes, a new makeup line that consists of 40 foundation shades. Yes, 40 foundation shades. Yes, it is called Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, and I'm going to be trying out, along with her foundation, a couple of other products for you guys, and we're going to see how it applies, how it wears, how it lasts. I have oily skin, so we're going to see if it's able to, it says it's sweat proof as far as the foundation goes, so we're going to see if it's able to hold up to my skin and plus this hot weather that we're having outside. So if you would like to see, you know, how this foundation does, how the other products do, please stay tuned and keep watching the video. Alright, so first here I have the foundation. I got mine in the color 420. And how this foundation is supposed to work is you're supposed to actually get a shade lighter than what you think, because this is actually supposed to kind of like oxidize and get to your true color. So this is the color 420 that I got, and you're supposed to shake it before using it. And this is the, what is the like official name of this? This retails for $34, and she does have 40 shades, which is amazing to have that many shade ranges. This is a medium to full coverage for all, long wear, light as air. And this is soft matte pro filter long wear foundation. So we're supposed to shake it, and I'm going to be applying mine with a beauty blender today. And from videos that I've watched, it seems like it dries pretty fast on your face. So I'm going to do one half of my face at a time. So shake it. And then do a pump here. Alright, so that's like 1.5 pumps. And as you can see, it's kind of watery there. But I'm just going to go in on half of my face. And so far it's really pretty. It doesn't feel like really anything is on my face, which is kind of weird. And this is supposed to be a buildable foundation, so I can already see I want a little bit more coverage over here because I have a few acne scars. So I'm just going to go back with another layer after this one kind of sets down. I'm just going to go on the other side of my face. So far, I'm very impressed by this. It's definitely a medium coverage as far as if you want to just do one layer. But I am going to go back in and see if I can make this more full coverage, because I like full coverage foundations. Alright, so this is the first layer, and not too bad. Not too bad. So I'm just going to go in with another layer. And just kind of really build up this foundation and see if it can build up actually. But again, I'm just going to do one side of my face at a time. So far, like, it's really pretty on the skin, but it does dry down. It does do that. So I do see how people were like, it dries down really fast, so it's best to just work with one product, with it on one side of your face at a time. Or if you're just really fast, you could probably do it all at the same time. Alright, so I'm pretty much done blending this in, and so far I'm really liking it. Now I do have to let it like kind of set onto my skin so I can get the true color here, but I can already see it definitely on this side. It's starting to set more, but if you want to know my other colors that I'm comparable to in the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation, I am a color, what color am I? I'm color 112 in Cocoa. In the Kat Von D, I am a deep 74. And in MAC, I'm an NC 45. So you can kind of get an idea of where this foundation is in the shade spectrum. So I think this is pretty much set down. So I'm going to go in. I didn't buy her concealers because I already have my favorite. So I'm just going to go in with Tarte concealer, and I'll be right back so I can show you some of the other products that I got. Alright, so the next product I have to try out for you guys is the Match Matte Skin Stick. And this is for contouring. Well, what does it say? It's for conceal, correct, and contour. And it comes in this really cute packaging, and whenever you get one of these, one of the match sticks, skin sticks, or the shimmer sticks, they are magnetized, so they will stick together in kind of like a honeycomb shape, so you can see that there. So I got this for my contour. So I got it in actually one of the darkest colors. I got it in Espresso. Now with this foundation, you really don't have to set it. She does have like a universal setting powder, but because of the way that they say this is supposed to set on your face, you don't necessarily need like a powder over it. I did set my under eye just with some regular setting powder that I have, but I'm just going to go in with this contour and we're going to see what it do. Okay. So just gonna go in right there. So I have that right there. And go in right there. And right there. And let's see how this blends out. I'm just gonna use my beauty sponge again. It blends out fairly well. I was kind of scared because I usually don't contour with like liquids or things like that. I usually contour with my Smashbox contour kit, which is the powder one, but I am not mad at this. Now it's kind of, I'm wondering, let me see if it's easier to blend out with the brush. Let's see. Oh yeah, I definitely like to blend this out with a brush. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a better contour with a brush here. And so there's a I actually think I'm going to go in a little bit more. And that's all I need. See how it's blending out there? And then go in on this side and do the same thing. Okay, so I'm all contoured here, and I really like it. Let's see, I'm just going to use the excess product and go over the top of my forehead here. Really don't put much foundation or, well, not contour on my forehead. So the next thing I have to try for you guys is the other Match Shimmer Stick. And I actually got this one in a red color. I think this is called like Riddick. Tell me what you think it says. I'm not sure if it's gonna... Are you gonna focus on it? There you go. But that's the color name. And it looks like... Oops. And again, just to show you, they'll stick together and form like a honeycomb. So if you get more products, you can stick them all together. But this is the color. And I got this because it was recommended to use it as like a blush, but it also has shimmer in it. So I'm going to, and I usually use blush. So I'm just going to warm it up on my hand here. And this is what it looks like. And then I'm just going to go in and put some color into my face. And I'm not sure if it's picking up like how I wanted to on camera. There it is. But it's really pretty, actually. It's a very like subtle blush there. So let me see if I... Okay guys, so I noticed there was an issue actually with that last clip. So it didn't actually get me applying the highlighter here. I don't know if you can see it there. But I got it in the color Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. And this is what it actually looks like on the inside. If I can open it. There we go. So this is what it looks like. There we go. So that's what it looks like. It has like a more matte side, and then it has a really shimmery side over here. So this one is the Ginger, Ginger Binge, and then this one is Moscow Mule. And I'll show you both what they swatch like, but then you'll see actually what they look like on my face when I come back for my check-in. But this is the Ginger Binge. So that's what that looks like. And then I'll flip my brush to the other side. And this one right here is the swatch for Moscow Mule. So that's what that looks like there. They're really pretty. They're on more of the lines of like the peachy side, but you'll see it later on in my face. Sorry, that clip messed up, but I hope this works. Alright, so I am back. Makeup is done. I just went in. I didn't use any powder to set this foundation. I just went in with my NYX matte finishing spray. But so far, I do have to say that I'm really loving the look of this. I'm not sure. I might add in some photos when I go back to edit this video, because I don't know if my lights are giving, well, back here it's kind of giving me the true color of this foundation. Like up here it's kind of like washing me out with all of the lights, but back here you can kind of see that, yeah, this is like my true tone foundation. But so far my thoughts on the foundation is it feels like skin. It doesn't really feel like anything is on my face. In person, I am loving the shimmer stick, the red one that I used as far as blush, because it just looks really, really natural on my skin. I'm getting used to that highlight there because it is like super popping. But I will come back in a couple of hours after I've worn this to see if it's able to last, because I have extremely oily skin. So and it says this is sweat proof as well. So we're going to see how this is able to last on my skin. So I will be back in a couple of hours and we will see how this does. Okay, you guys, so I am back finally in comfortable clothes again. It's been about 8 hours now since I've had this foundation on, and I have a lot to say about it. Now, one, would I recommend this? Yes and no. I'm on the oilier side. I do live in a hot climate, so this foundation kind of broke down a little bit for me around my smile lines, around my nose. You could really see some separation there of the foundation, but I do think this foundation wears very well. I think if I would have used a different primer than what I usually use, which I usually use the Smashbox Photo Finish, which is kind of like a silicone based primer that's really supposed to blur your skin. I feel if I would have used a more mattifying primer that's more drier and tackier, that this foundation maybe would have stuck to it a little bit more. But I do have to say, as you can probably see, this foundation oxidizes a lot. It oxidizes a lot, but on my skin, it looks really, really good. I have to say, like in person, my skin looks really like pretty good besides like where I can see the creasing. It looks really good. It doesn't feel heavy on my face. It does build to full coverage. But for some people, they really don't like their foundations to oxidize, and this really oxidized down to a red, even though this is supposed to be the 420 neutral. But again, with my skin, it kind of works. The highlights on my face look really good. I'm really loving the shimmer stick. You can really see the red there, and then I layered on top the highlighter, which I'm sorry that clip messed up, but I put the shimmer red there, and then I put the highlighter on top of that. So it really worked well in my favor. So yes, it's buildable to full coverage. It does feel very lightweight on your skin. I do have to say that. And I have to say it looks really natural. You know how some foundations can look very cakey? This one looks very natural, like almost like I woke up like this, but I didn't wake up like this, because you can see I got on eyeliner and eyeshadow, and that's not natural, but it looks like this could be my skin. So as far as that goes, I really enjoyed this product. The other products are really good. I probably wouldn't recommend the contour stick that I had in Espresso, just because there are a lot of contour sticks out there, and you can find a really good contour stick that is much cheaper than $25. Now the foundation being around $34, that's a steal. That's about comparable to like MAC foundations, so that's a positive there. Now this foundation does have 40 shades in there, so that's awesome that it has that many shades. And I'm not the darkest, so there's about a good 6 or 7 shades after me, which is awesome. So I would recommend this to somebody that's wanting to venture out into like the higher end product line, because I feel like this is a very good like beginner into high end. Now I would buy this again. I think this will actually be beautiful towards the winter time. Maybe not so much in the summer, because one, oily, hot climate. It was 85 degrees today, around 85 to 87, so it's hot. So I'm not sure if it's sweat proof, but it could just be my skin. So if you're like me, then yeah, it's gonna move around. But in the winter, fall time, I feel like this could really set to my face and look beautiful. So overall, I would say this is around like a 3 to 4 stars. Like, it didn't blow me away, but as far as this being like her first like makeup product and makeup line, I feel like she did a really good job with this. So I would definitely recommend you go check it out, but go into stores, because again, this foundation oxidizes to your color, so it's kind of tricky to pick it out online. But other than that, if there's any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to ask them in the comment section below. I will answer them for you. But other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning into my video, and I will see you next time. Bye!